Hi, good afternoon, my wonderful audience. Welcome back to the Talkie Doctor. It's been a while. I think some few days or few weeks. How are you guys doing in this Tinubu economy? Hope everything is fine. Hope you are healthy. I know that even if we cannot afford to flex, at least we thank God for life. So our last episode was dedicated to the thing I do. All the even despite the fact that the economy is bad, engagement are still flying up and down. People are still saying I do. So we talked about the various tests that your partners need to do before getting married. And if you've not, kindly check in our schedule and catch up with that particular session. So today we'll be diving into a smoky showdown. Sweet sugar. All the people with the sweet tooth, it is everywhere. From your morning coffee to your favorite snacks to all the junks that you get in traffic to even our normal staple food. Everything contains sugar. But what we are going to be talking about today is that is sugar your friend or is it your foe? So we are going to be diving into the truth about sugar and your health, the good, the bad, and the sticky realities that you need to know about. So let's go. Okay, so what is sugar and why do we crave for it? So sugar is termed as monosaccharide, polysaccharide, or disaccharide. Somehow we have simple sugar and we have complex sugars. So our basic staple food, which are like complex sugars, your yam, your rice, your gari, your amala, your pounded yam, etc., are complex sugars. Then we have the simple sugars, which are like your fructose, your glucose, and your galactose as well, which are like disaccharides. So why do we crave sugar generally? So sugar, as you know, is like one of the energy house for power, one of the major sources of energy that we can get, and that is the reason why our body craves for it so much. And it's also one of those animal and food sources that get converted into fat, especially when it is in excess. So sugar most of the time causes more harm than good. However, we have naturally occurring sugars, which are part of those that I've talked about. Your normal staple food, your honey, your sugar cane, those are natural occurring sugars. Then you also have refined sugars or processed sugars. These are sugars that have been added to processed meals in your biscuits, in your snacks, in your carbonated drinks, for example. Those have refined sugar. And if you're in countries like in the US where virtually everything has sugar in it, only God knows the things that don't have sugar in it. You want ketchup, there's sugar in the ketchup, mayonnaise, there's sugar there. And these things are extremely injurious to our health. So, what are the health effects of having excess sugar? Excess sugar can usually lead to conversion of fat into the body, because when you have excess sugar in your body has to convert it into fat because it cannot overutilize those sugars. However, you also need sugar for optimal functioning of the brain. So, and unfortunately, the brain cannot use sugar that are produced from conversion of fat back to glucose. So you need a fresh supply of glucose when for your brain activity. So the most common disease that is associated with sugar in the body is diabetes mellitus type 2. And this usually happens when your random blood glucose or your blood glucose in general is beyond a certain parameter. and that means your body produces insulin which deals with this glucose. But it will get to a point where those insulins are no longer reactive to those sugar because there's now like an overload of sugar. So the islets of pancreas that produce this insulin cannot produce the insulin that is now needed to mop up those glucose, and that's how diabetes arises. So people will tell you that, but I don't take carbonated drinks, I don't take snacks, I don't take coke, I don't take alcohol, but some people still come down with diabetes. So that brings us to hidden sugars in our everyday food. So what are our everyday meals that have hidden sugars in it for people that lives in this climate? So most of the time our normal beverages like your Bonvita, your Milo already have sugar in them. So there is no need of you adding extra sugar whenever you are taking such beverages. Also, some of our meals already have sugar in it, especially snacks. Some people add sugar to snacks, be it meat pie, be it buns, be it cake, for example, has a lot of sugar in it already. Your biscuit has sugar, no matter how they say, oh, there's low sugar, it has sugar. Also, even your beverages, even your carbonated drinks, you see zero Coke or zero sugar Coke, or I can't remember what they call all those kind of carbonated drink, but there's always a substitute for that sugar, which is usually like a refined chemical to substitute for a direct sugar. Currently in the market, Coca-Cola has some Coca-Cola that are direct additive of sugar, while some use some chemicals that imitate sugar. So these are things that generally we don't know about, and 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 we might not be able to avoid them if we don't know about all these things. So how do you break the addiction of sugar? The first thing is that addiction is a mental issue. It has to deal with your mind. So you have to make up your mind to say, I want to break off this habit. And you can't break off an habit abruptly. And I'll give you an example. So if you are somebody that takes carbonated drink, Coke, Fanta, Sprite, you take them, you take Fearless, you take all these energy drinks, you take them like maybe twice a day for a week, every day like that. You cannot just say, oh, I want to stop taking all these things. Your body will react to it. You will have withdrawal symptoms. It's the same withdrawal symptoms that people that use crack, that use cocaine have. Those type of symptoms are also what we have, because addiction to anything, you need a gradual weaning from that addiction. So instead of you taking 2 bottles in a day, you can reduce it to 1 or half bottle, and from there you start working it to 2 times a week, to 1 time a week. And the most important thing is that you also have to find a substitute for those sugar that you've been taking in. For example, if you are somebody that take a lot of carbonated drink, you can look for substitutes like flavor water. You can buy fruit, you can buy lemon, infuse it inside normal water and drink it. That way, that sweetness that you always crave for, you can still find it in it. So what are the practical tips for a low sugar lifestyle? The most important thing is that you should try as much as possible to avoid carbonated drinks. Water is the best drink that you can ever have. Avoid carbonated drink. Avoid taking beer, alcohol, because those also have high sugar content, because they are made from either wheat or barley or oats, which are basically carbohydrate. So you can avoid those things. Try as much as possible to take more fruit, take more protein instead of eating a lot of carbohydrate. Take a lot of protein, or animal protein, plant protein as well. So those are the things that you can do to adhere to a lifestyle of low sugar. So that's it for today with Talkie Doctor. Remember, sugar may be sweet, but the aftermath of sugar is not that sweet. I won't say it is sour or bitter, but it's not that sweet. And the truth isn't always also sweet. So So balance is the most important thing right here. Your health depends on what you take in inside your body. So you should choose wisely and choose to live sweetly. If you find this helpful, don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us in the comment section, or you can send us a direct message. For more health tips, always remember to subscribe so that you can get notification whenever we drop a new video. So till next time, where we are going to be bringing you something more enticing, something more engaging, and something that everybody do, or let me say most people do. So we'll be talking about this. I won't tell you that, but we'll see you next time. Stay healthy.